All right, what's up, people? So we're going to speak on administrative gun handling, and the reason I want to talk about this, and the reason that in online coaching and stuff, I talk about this stuff and harp on it so hard, is because I believe that it's the easiest, the most low-hanging fruit, just easiest gains we can possibly make. And I do believe that changing your habits and your recipe for success in administrative gun handling can lead to actual better technical abilities in shooting. So, whether it's making ready before a stage, whether it's plussing up a carbine or checking it out before home defense or for a police officer before a shift, or an EDC guy, plussing your stuff up before you take off for the day, or just simply anytime you're about to shoot a drill, or just making sure you're getting your stuff together. You're looking at your sights, making sure your sights aren't falling off the gun. Hey, I'm missing a front sight, so I'm plussed up, I'm ready to go. My dot is where I want it to be, my sights are where I want it to be. I don't have a giant piece of bubble gum sticking in my rear sight. It's all these things, okay? It's just a checklist, and it's a recipe for success. So, first person I heard talk about the concept that I'm using here is Dave Harrington. Super Dave Harrington talks about, he has a quote, "Everything is everything, and everything matters," right? So what that means is every minute detail of your entire shooting package, your entire process, means something. It all matters. Maybe not for the day one beginner, but for people who want to be, tuned up, switched on point, everything matters. And this is the easiest gains you'll ever make. Scott Jedlinski talks about some things similar to this. Mickey from Carry Trainer talks about having a good solid routine and checklist of getting your shit together. Lots of trainers and instructors talk about this, but I'm going to talk about it in an actual beneficial to technical abilities kind of way, if that makes sense. So first things first, we want a routine. We absolutely want a routine. And why we want that routine is a recipe for success. Why do we make recipes? So we can follow them, so we can repeat them. We want repeatable shit. We want to be able to repeat the exact same steps and check the boxes so that we are set up for success as much as humanly possible before that buzzer goes off, before we leave the house, before we go to bed at night, before we go on patrol, whatever the hell the deal is. We want to be set up and ready and know that we've at least exhausted all efforts to be ready for some shit. May it come our way, right? Last match I went to a week and a half ago, there was two different people who buzzer went off, draw your gun, click, shit, click, shit, bang, right? So no press check in the make ready. And I'm thinking, why would you ever not press check? It's just, it's like you got plenty of time. It's administrative. And that's why I believe this is the easiest gains to make. When we're trying to change our movement patterns or change a way or a style that we're doing something, whether it's movement or reloads or manipulating the gun or clearing or any kind of shit, that's difficult. So we need to really be persistent and dedicated to changing and force ourselves to change those things. That's hard to do. This is not. This we have all the time in the world. We can set up and just make sure that we're doing it right. So now let's talk about high and tight and precise. Okay, that is how we want to handle the pistola. That is how we want to handle the rifle. Okay, we aren't down here kind of digging around and looking around and checking our stuff out, because when shit goes wrong, our body is naturally used to going down to this position to check it all out, right? We want to be up here checking our stuff out, making sure, okay, round is where I want it to be, light's working, light is not falling off the gun, I'm doing my little checklist, on one power, okay, ding ding ding, my dot's where I want it, everything is kosher, and I've got a round in the chamber, I'm ready to rock and roll. Everything needs to be high, tight, and precise. So where do I want to do all this stuff? Basically, I want to do all this manipulation administratively in my spot where I want to reload the gun, in my spot where I want to malfunction clearance, in my spot where I want to come into position. Okay, just that kind of high ready position or right there. basically where you would thread a needle. That's the old go-to adage that's simple. Where would you thread a needle? You wouldn't do it clear out here, and you sure as hell wouldn't do it there. You just go like this. So where should we work on this pistola? Right there. High and tight. Better malfunction clearances, better manipulation, better reloads, better position entry. Everything is everything, okay? It truly is. Make sure that next time you get your pistol out and go to check it out and run through your little checklist, one, make sure you're checking the boxes off and making an absolute repeatable process and a repeatable routine and stick to it. And two, if you catch yourself down here doing work to a firearm, say, stop. Okay, now I can do my work. I can press check, decock, dot's good, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Whatever the routine is, you do you. Make sure it's high and tight. If you watch the best in the world, watch Ben Steger, watch Christian Seiler, watch JJ, you aren't going to see them doing shit down here, right? Because they know that these little freaking things mean a lot in the ass end of things. And when that time gets small, our brain goes back to being, you know, dumbass. All right? We might be a literal scholar and just be a complete genius right now. But if that buzzer goes off or that fight starts, we become the dumbest version of ourselves. Truly. Now your brain is working better than you think it is, but your body will go back to habits. And if you think about all the times you manipulate rifle, pistol, shotgun, all the time you manipulate firearms, that's a lot of reps. A lot of freaking reps. So everything is everything and everything matters. Okay? Can't be more clear than that. You will see gains simply from this. Take her easy.